Today I'd like to talk about beauty. Beauty is a quality of God. And we've heard the phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. As we're preparing for our Cyclopeia class of Mayer University, and as I have been working on the syllabus and Heartstreams from Cyclopeia, I've come to realize that statement has quite a deep meaning. If we consider that the eye that is beholding is and can be the all-seeing eye, and the eye of our own higher vision, our inner eye, which has inner sight, more expansive sight, more objective and universal sight. We can create beauty anywhere through our eye of perfection as we ray forth light into and upon and around anything, anyone, any situation. Ramakrishna was able to help transform prostitutes because he saw them as embodiments of the Divine Mother. And he held such a field of beauty and perfection for them that they were transformed by the power of his immaculate vision. Anytime we choose, we can behold beauty within anyone, anything. It is our choice, our free will option to either behold God and God's beauty within another life stream, a situation, or something else. And I believe most of us are choosing to behold God within everything. Even in the most dire circumstances, the most challenging situations, and the most yucky problems that we may encounter, God is there offering a lesson, an opportunity for us to grow to self-transcend. When we can remember this and not get so invested through our ego in beholding something that we consider non-beautiful, decadent, evil, bad, dark, etc., we can seek the Godness within others, situations, and highlight it with such a focus of our attention and intention that we magnetize and draw out from that situation, person, whatever, the light God. We co-create through our vision this perfection and this beauty. What to one may seem ugly, to another, beholding from a different angle, a different view, a different perspective, beautiful. We can choose, moment by moment, whether to make our world beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a wonderful day. Or, if we're grumpy, we're in a bad mood, something's not right in our body temple, in our mind, our emotions, we leave off of that all-seeing eye perspective of the perfectionment of all that we see. I had a mother, Verla Jean Schneider Lewis, who I believe was a great visionary, had 10 children, and saw each and every one of us in this immaculate energy of our true reality. And like Mother Mary, she held that conception and perception of each of us as beautiful. And because of this, I am who I am today. And hopefully you had mothers who were of the same divine ilk, so that they could love you, cherish you, no matter what you were going through, and they could send you on your way with that perspective of you being an integrated one, beautiful in your own right. The raised Kundalini moves through the third eye and allows the flowering of perfect sight as this beholding process that is allowing the grace of God to work through our vision as the Kundalini then ascends into the crown, and there is the full blossoming of God's light in that golden auric emanation of Buddhic beingness. We must first be able to behold God before we realize God in our crown. And the two-eyed vision merges into a single-eyed perfect vision. And we raise that energy from the two eyes into the third eye, and then it naturally ascends right into that higher chakra where we feel the bliss of that oneness because we have resolved duality into unity. It's interesting, I was watching one of the videos of one of the discourses or dictations online, and Mona and I noticed that it seemed like I had a third eye pulsing right here. There's a little spot that seems to become more protruding during heart streams and releases, and it was actually pulsing, and it looked like a third eye. And I believe that this is indicative of the fact that the masters are present and using that sacred chakra for emanating light to you, and also receiving through your gaze, your attention, and then redirecting it upward and inward so that you can experience your own beauty, your own holiness, your own oneness with God. To behold our divinity is a great work. It is the work of the ages. To have restored to us perfect sight so that we can see the beauty first within ourselves, within others, within all life, and of course within our great beloved God. Seeing is believing. Seeing is tantamount to becoming, and yet it's not quite the full becoming yet. Seeing is the precursor to full becoming. And if we would truly become who we are, it behooves us to resolve our issues of seeing less than immaculately and begin to truly behold all as God beholds all, as the silent watchers behold all in perfection. No matter what is occurring around the earth, the troubles, the issues, the governments, the economies, we can choose to maintain harmony within ourselves and behold perfection. And in that beholding, the beauty of God's light and of life emerges. It's a challenge to see someone who is crippled, maimed, doesn't have all their limbs, and regardless of all this, to see the soul, the heart, the inner person, and true our vision to that. Love that person, interact with that person from that vantage point rather than from self-pity, from pity that they have less or are a have-not. It takes a stupendous amount of virya to prove our spirituality by moving through the morass of impure vision into an enlightened state of perfected vision, where we see the beauty in all. If we're constantly analyzing and judging others based on their outer appearance, which is a temporary thing, then we won't get to our divinity, which is beyond all this outer stuff. To look deep within a situation and to behold what is truly acting, what is behind it, what is the causation that is manifesting through it, is really our work, our job, our responsibility as adepts. When we are intuitive in this way, we develop our higher faculties, we develop our inner vision, which you will learn, Omram says, is more about feeling than just seeing. And many clairvoyants may not have as much sensitivity as the truly spiritual adepts, who through their feeling sense in a very high refined state of beingness, and therefore they are able to discern and discriminate the truth based on this higher sensation, because even vision can be limited. And what we see, we may not be able to interpret or fully cognize when that vision can play and dance through illusion and illusionary fields. How many times have we read the story of the blind men who were feeling the elephant, and they each described something different? From their perspective, they sensed that the elephant was this or that, and yet none had the full vantage point of the full perception from 360 degrees of what that elephant was. And we are, as blind men in this domain, when we judge the same way from one angle only, rather than from a multidimensional, spherical, and even beyond spherical view We have to look from the within out, from the without in, from all angles to see the completeness and totality of any given situation or of a life stream. In our non-judgment, judge not lest ye be judged. In that non-judgment state, we are in our unity. We are in the central point of non-violent beingness, where our perspective is emanating from the source, from the origination of the cosmos, from God's perspective, you see. And when we compress our vision, our outer vision, into this inner sensation and feeling and true beingness that has all of the cosmic senses of our true selfhood manifesting, then we behold perfectly and we see life as beautiful. What's the song that Louis Armstrong made famous?
Wonderful world.
It's a wonderful world. And just feeling the energy of those words and what we heard this morning in Boyd's singing brings us to a point of engaging the cosmos in this new co-creative work today, right here and now. What the universe offers us in this moment, in the eternal now that we are experiencing, rather than something from the past that's already dissolved and no more. I challenge us to see each person as beautiful. To know each person as beautiful. To accept the beauty within them as a part of ourself, and the beauty within us as a part of them, and the oneness of our common beauty and light. What we behold in others, we have within ourselves. If we choose to behold beauty, then our beauty grows. If we choose to behold something less, then that vision refracted back to us, in a sense, creates within us that which we see through our vision, which is a creative activity. You may not have thought of your vision as being an activity of creation, and yet it is. Because it's awareness projected and consciousness perceiving, as well as this projection. You may think of sight as something that's just passive, you're taking in. And yet, the masters say today, vision is an active engagement, a scientific and very specific delivery of consciousness through the orifice of your eyes that does either create beauty or something less. And so what you behold, in a sense, you create. And we learn this through physics, the new physics. The observation of the observer affects the experiment in the microcosmic world of subatomic particles. And if it's true there, it's true in the macrocosm. When you look at the stars at night, as Mona and I did last night after returning home from our service and saw the Milky Way and the beauty in the cosmos, it was an aha experience to just feel our connection with all life in those cosmic domains of the solar worlds everywhere. And yet the same universe is within us. We will learn how, through co-creation, through pure vision, in our upcoming Meru class, we are taking responsibility for the new age. We are completely accountable for our world and the new world dawning. And if we decide once and for all to behold it in this perfected state, we, pooling the resources of our causal bodies and our higher awareness, will allow it to manifest more quickly in this domain. I believe that seeing can be blessing. And in our clear seeing, in our perfect vision, there is an aspect of blessing that occurs through our vision that is magnanimous and beautiful. It's like we squint almost to choose to behold God within something and to opt to feel the light flowing through our sacred chakras. I can feel it now as I'm speaking of it. I feel it in my arms, my legs, my whole torso, my crown, my heart. I'm feeling through the choice of clear seeing the blessing of life, of you, of everyone. When we correct our vision and get rid of our spiritual stigmatisms, our nearsightedness, our farsightedness, and we have that crystal clear vision of all, we engage the silent watchers who remain in a certain sense within the great silence of perfect beingness, where the universe is still unfolding and in some sense unmanifest. And they are, by their meditation in this perfect state of silence, allowing the mother of all life, the perfect seer, the beholder, to create the worlds and life itself. Through the awareness of the silent watchers, the great mother of all streams forth consciousness in beautiful presence to wrap that light energy around the creation itself. And as God said, after the creation was made, and it is good. See, that is God's statement that God is a beautiful beholder. And God saw the creation and said that it was good. If God beholds his creation as good, it behooves us to do likewise. I feel my mother's ascended light presence with me this morning. And she was very happy at our discussion last night about the guardian angel of families. We are a family within our Heart Center movement. Let us celebrate our familial relationships, our familial love, one with another, and let us behold each other always in all ways as beautiful. God bless you and thank you for being with us today. We didn't do our violet flames, so we'll have to do it on our own. In the name of the Father, the Mother, the Son, Daughter, the Holy Spirit, and all of the beautiful silent watchers, we seal this session in light. Amen.